Welcome to the Rakow Branch Library. I'm Miss Jill, and I'm coming to you with a wonderful Rakow Rangers program. Birds, worms, and more. Did you know that bird watchers can identify many bird species by just one look? They're using the 4 keys to visually identify bird species: color and size, color pattern, behaviors, and habitat. Size and shape. When it comes to making identifications of our bird friends, size and shape are the first pieces of information that you should examine. Number 2 is the color pattern. So if the light or the sun permits, you might get a glimpse of those main colors. This is all you need to start identifying our birds. 3 is behavior. Birds have unique ways of acting, moving, sitting, and flying. So when you learn those habits, you can recognize many birds. Kind of like watching your friends walk through a crowd of people. Number 4 is our habitat. What is a habitat? Well, it's a place where a bird makes his home. And a habitat meets all the environmental conditions that a bird needs to survive: shelter, water, food, and its space. Kind of like a habitat that you would need. If you picked up the cool program kit, then you have this colorful guide to begin backyard bird identifying. It's a great way to see birds in your yard as you take a walk. Here at the Rakow Branch, you might hear and see the American Goldfinch feeding on seeds of black-eyed Susan flowers. Black-eyed Susans may be found throughout Illinois. It grows in most prairies, open woods, roadsides, and fields. And did you know that bees also like to feast on the black-eyed Susan? The American Goldfinch, he likes to eat thistle seeds too, but he will visit almost any bird feeder. In your program kit, you have the supplies needed to make a bird feeder just like this one. The Ruby-Throated Hummingbird is the only hummingbird typically found in Illinois. A flash of red and green, these tiny creatures glitter like jewels in the full sun. And they like to sip nectar from flowers like wild bergamot. You can also attract them with a bright colored feeder filled with sugar water. They're attracted to the color red. These amazing birds can fly up to 60 miles per hour and flap their wings 40 to 80 times per second. And did you know they can fly backwards? The other cool thing, they visit 1,000 flowers in just one single day. And maybe you can hear those hummingbirds in your backyard going hum from the sound of their wings. Okay, Rakow Rangers, we have another bird resident in Illinois. Do you know what it is? It's the American robin. Did you guess that? If you did, you were exactly right. The American robin is about 10 inches long, has a brick red breast with gray wings, head, and back. The short beak is yellow with a little gray tip. It has a white throat and black stripes. The male robin's throat is darker than the female's throat. The robin makes a musical whistle phrase: cheerly cheer up, cheerly cheer up. Robins enjoy visiting the Rakow Branch as they look for earthworms. Hi friends, so what do you know about the earthworm? Typically they are only just a few inches long, but some members of the species have been known to grow to snake-like 14 inches long. And the segments on their bodies are covered in small bristles, which the worm uses to move and burrow. and they typically dwell in soil and moist leaves. As they burrow, they eat soil and squeeze the nutrients from the decomposing organic matter like leaves and roots. Did you know that earthworms are important to healthy soil and to plants growing in it because they transport nutrients and mineral from below to the surface by their waste? And an earthworm can eat up to 1/3 of its body weight in a day. That's a lot of eating. So a 12-inch worm would eat at least that much food. It's a lot of food. Another amazing fact about the earthworm is that they don't have lungs. Now you might be wondering how earthworms breathe without lungs. They absorb oxygen through pores in their skin. That's why you sometimes see so many worms on the ground when it rains. They need to come to the surface in order to breathe if an underground burrow fills with water. Worms are a source of food for other animals too, like frogs, toads, and worms. Do you think they're dirty? They're not dirty. They have no known diseases, and their digestive system destroys organisms that cause disease. So remember, next time you see a bird flying by, notice its size and shape. Is it tiny, sipping nectar from a red flower? That might be a hummingbird. How about the color pattern? Is it bright yellow with a black forehead? Well, that might be an American goldfinch. How about the behavior pattern, number 3? Is it pulling a worm out of the ground, saying, cheerily, cheer up, cheer up? That's our American robin. And the habitat, does it live in a forest or near water? And listen carefully. These will all give you clues about your little winged visitors. The library has a great collection of books to help you learn more about birds and worms. And remember to visit the Rakow Branch Library often to visit and see many amazing birds who like to call this prairie home.
Thanks, Miss Jill, and thank you for joining us today. Your program kit contains lots of fun things, including your very own copy of the Backyard Birds Guide, activity sheets, and supplies to make a bird feeder. I hope you'll have goldfinches visiting your backyard soon. And don't forget to place your Observant Enthusiast sticker where it belongs in your Rakow Rangers coloring book. This month's poster features 25 bird species that are of concern in the state of Illinois. And the back of the poster provides information about their life history, why they are of concern, and what you can do to help all birds survive. Didn't get your kit? Stop by the Rakow Branch Library. We might have a few extras. Our next Rakow Rangers will be August 14th at 11 a.m. on Facebook. It's all about bees and pollinators, and we'll be visiting our own butterfly garden right here at the library. Please register for your kit, available at Rakow Branch August 7th through the 13th. See you next time as we experience wonder at the life we see all around us. Bye!